in 3 hours, I'm go to rehearsal from with Sextrash.
Awesome. You have some upcoming gigs coming up?
Yeah, in the next month, play with Destruction in 4 shows in Brazil. In the beginning of the next month.
Is that your first time playing with Destruction?
Then not really, because I play with Destruction with my other band, Hell's Punch, in Belo Horizonte a few years ago.
Nice. Was that your first band?
No, no. It's a one project band with guys with the Overdose, The Mist,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, it's a but I recorded one album with Cogumelo Records,
Nice.
but it's just a parallel project.
Cool. Awesome. Well, there's a lot I want to dive into here. So I want to kind of get into your early history as well. I know where I'm going back here, but when did you like first discover metal in the general Brazilian scene?
Uh, in 1985, I began my life in heavy metal, and I'm from Minas Gerais, and Minas Gerais is the best state in Brazil because the Cogumelo Records is from Minas Gerais, and the principal bands of Brazil is from Minas Gerais. Sepultura, Overdose, Chacal, Mutilator, Witchhammer, Sextrash, Sarcófago.
Acid Storm.
It's all bands is from the same city. And I know the guys, and I began to play guitar, and it's my begin in heavy metal.
Yeah, so was it metal that inspired you to get into like guitar?
Ah, for me, my principal influences is Death, Morbid Angel, Napalm Death, Carcass, and these guys. And begin play because these guys. Pestilence, Death, Carcass, Morbid Angel, and the Brazilian bands, Dorsal Atlântica. You know Dorsal Atlântica?
I don't think I do know.
Dorsal Atlântica is one the most important heavy metal band in Brazil, but it's not so famous uh, across the lines. But it's the important band. It's influence for Sepultura and other bands. It's older bands of Brazil. Dorsal Atlântica. It's a cool band.
I'll for sure check them out. I always like talking to other bands, across the pond, being here from Boston, the US,
Mhm.
I only know a lot of these American bands and UK bands, so it's really cool to learn more about, the Brazilian scene and other scenes around the world. Now, you were talking about getting involved in metal. So what was your introduction to Sex Trash?
I live in the beginning of 19s. I live in Rio de Janeiro and had bands in Rio, garage bands. And I'm come to Belo Horizonte for living here. And in the front of my apartment, have one car store. Uh, and the best player of Sextrash, Kruger, work in this store. And both have long hairs, and oh, cool, do you like heavy metal? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I'm a guitarist, and I'm living here now. And oh, cool, I have one band, I need one guitarist. And I don't know Sex Trash at this moment. And go, cool, go to rehearsal and play with us. And I entered to Sex Fresh.
So you joined the band before you even knew what sexual carnage was.
When I comes to Sex Fresh, The Sexual Carnage is recorded. I recorded and composed the second album, Funeral
Yeah.
Serenade, and the third album, Rape from Hell.
Yeah.
But Sexual Carnage is already when I entered the band, when start playing the band.
Yeah, it's so interesting. You know, you were talking about some of your influences on the, Funeral Serenade. You can totally hear them. You know,
Yeah,
uh,
I compose music of Funeral Serenade before come to Sextrash, but these music, the influence is so clear for me. Death and Mock the Angel and a little Bolt Troll, Destruction and old heavy metal. It's my influence to compose the Funeral Serenade. This
you can totally hear it because I feel like that's a much more technical record than the
Yeah,
debut.
yeah. It's so different
Yeah.
to it's a maybe all bands in Belo Horizonte goes to this way. Sarcófago composed the Laws Kill Destroy. No, what the name? The Laws of Skog. Yeah, and it's the same way, more technical, and Sextrash 2 and Chacal and other bands plays more technical. Is my maybe is stuff of this time, that time.
So, what was your reaction to the music of Sexual Carnage, as well as like the album cover, because it's a pretty iconic
Yeah,
cover.
it's a very cool. It's a very cool. Cool. The girls in the cover in the time, it's 17 years old.
Oh, oh God.
And have problems in this time, but that time, but it's not. No, but I don't remember, but she's talked to us 19 years, and uh, she's a she's a guarantee by law because it's an independent with documents like this.
Oh wow. So that's so wild. I ended up posting I shared one of the songs off it recently, and my whole Instagram got demonetized
Mm,
because they saw the cover. That's so
yes.
interesting. So did you you knew her personally? Like, did she like hang around? Like, who even was she?
Well, in that time, I know her, but now I don't know when she's leaving or she's alive.
She's probably an accountant somewhere. So who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny, man. So
In the second album, in the Funeral Serenade, when pick up photos for the cover, the band photographed one woman with underwear and in the dog position, and with us with foot in her, but the wife of João, the owner of Cogumelo, it's no, it's too sexy, it's too no, and don't use these photos
does that photo still exist?
no more, no
That'd
more.
be so funny because I know the vinyl was reissued recently.
Yeah,
That would have
yeah.
been funny to have the original one.
But the João burned these photos and
Yeah.
no, don't exist anymore.
So how do you recall your first gig, your first show with Sex Trash? What was that like?
It's very cool show. It's the first show of Funeral Serenade Tour. It's on Rio de Janeiro, and the place is a garage, rock club, garage, it's maybe garage. And it's a black black and boots and the place is like a hell because 4 degrees are in
Oh,
very
geez.
very sold out, but it's very cool show. It's the first show after recorded the Funeral Serenade. It's,
Yeah. So, you guys, you joined right when you guys were writing. So you finished the record before you even did a show with the band. Is that correct?
what? What?
Did you finish a show? Did you finish the record
Yeah,
before
yeah,
doing any live shows?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
When I come to the Sextrash, the first target is uh, record the album and record the album and when what is and what?
No worries.
Yeah, yeah. The first objective is the recorded the album and recorded our album and recorded after one single for the CD because the LP it's 8 musics and no, it's 9 music and CD 10 musics.
Okay.
I recorded after the Hot Juice and Beach. It's a single of the CD. And after began the shows.
Got it. Okay. So in terms of the writing process and writing that album, what was the creative chemistry like between members? What was it like writing with everybody?
No, it's very cool. It's very easy. The idea it's all members is the same idea of the the structures, music and letters, and it's very easy and cool. I written and compose in my home. I make the riffs and those Oswald and Kruger together. Make the riffs together with me and the parts, music. And it's very easy and very fast. In 2 3 weeks, the album is gone. It's done.
You're saying it took 2 to 3 weeks to write.
Yeah.
Wow, champ. That's pretty insane, man. How long did it take to record it?
Uh, After this composed, we rehearsal 1 month every day for recorded. And they recorded in 60 hours, 10 days.
Jesus Christ. Did you have a good budget at all?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Well, how much
Yeah,
you get a lot of money to record it from the label?
in that time, just the fact of record their albums is very expensive in Brazil. In Brazil, don't have a money for record the bands. And Cogumelo play all the recorder and photos and covers. And for us, it's like a budget for this.
Yeah.
And after the band writes 20% of the sales of material.
Interesting. Okay. So you write and record it, you put it out, you start doing gigs. I know the band's themes were, parties, drinking, sex.
Yeah.
How much did those themes reflect on your own personal life as well as like all the band members? Like, was it
No,
crazy on the road and
no,
on?
no, no. It's
No?
normal life. It's a family and sons and wife and but in that time when they're single it's a very crazy life. It's alcohol and a lot of beaches. And
I
it's
bet because
normal.
it's,
I
listening
think
to
I think it's normal in the all singer life.
Oh, of course it is, but there's definitely an emphasis on it, with you guys, because it's so many of the lyrics
Yeah,
touch upon
yeah. No,
sex and
I'm
drinking.
in my life. I'm very, very, very love pussies and women's, and it's my life is. I love vodka and women's. It's normal. And
That's amazing. You're still keeping up with it then. Because I always thought like in the 90s, this band must be crazy, like doing the
yeah,
live shows and the
yeah,
drinking. It must have been
yeah.
chaos.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's true. It's true. In that time, it's true. We had a lot of alcohol and a lot of women in the backstages and in the fuck in the toilets and
That's insane.
it's like a motley crew. But I don't like drugs and I never use drugs. But alcohol is cool.
Well, I'm glad you made it to the other side, and you seem to be you seem to be healthy. You're a doctor too, right?
I'm a physiotherapist.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm glad, you at least, what were you in your 20s during that time
What?
in the 90s?
In the 90s? No, I'm 17 years old in the beginning of 90s.
Okay.
I recorded the Funeral Serenade. I have 17 years.
Jesus.
Mm.
So you'd had a good 20s, you had, all the partying
Uh,
happen.
yeah,
So now
it's
you
the
can relax.
yeah. Now I'm a regular guy, but in that time it's very crazy. Yeah, it's a normal of a 20 years old single guy.
Yeah,
A
yeah, a lot
a
of
lot
partying.
rumors and a lot parties. I love parties today, but I'm today's it's a old guy, more calm.
Well, it seems like you know how to take care of your body now, especially being a physical
Uh,
therapist. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
How much do you feel the Brazilian metal scene has changed from when you started to now?
It's completely different. It's completely different. In 19s, the band is it's more bands, and the bands is for me it's better, and the scene is more effervescent. It's more live scene. One show in 90s, one show of local band in Belo Horizonte have 1,000 people, 900 in audience. Today, one show here with Destruction or Creator or other famous band have 500 people, and
Nice.
the 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 young people today is different don't about just music, but in life is different. The young people today is different in life, in all kinds of stuff. So music, school, ideology is different today, and I think so. I trapped in 80s and 90s. I prefer the bands of 80s and 90s today. I don't listen a lot bands, new bands. Some cool bands, but it's rare. It's rare.
Yeah. Are there any you said there are some you like. Are there any you can name? Any modern bands today that you can
Band
like the
today, uh,
that you like?
my other bands, Sodomizer, Satan
Fair enough.
Worship.
Yeah.
I don't know. In Brazil, have a good bands. Um, I don't know. I don't remember now.
Well, you seem like
And
you know enough bands, where you're happy. You're like, I have my group of bands, I'll just keep those on rotation. Especially some of the local guys in the scene back in the day were probably excellent, that unfortunately probably a lot of people don't know of.
I play with other bands in last year, and it's a cool band. It's American band, Spider.
Okay. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
Spider.
Yeah.
It's a cool band. Have a good band. It's for sure. But I tried it in 80s and 90s maybe. But certainly have a good bands. It's no.
Yeah.
But I don't listen a lot new bands. The new bands for me it's Meshuggah. uh,
Good band.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
That's
new,
funny.
it's a old new band.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Or that's like a two. When do they start, Meshuggah?
It's
Um,
92, the time of 90s, no?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think late 90s, was it?
Um, Maybe I don't know.
Someone will
Uh,
leave a comment.
yeah, but certain it's have a good bands today, but I don't listen a lot bands. But when I listen one music, oh, the band is new. Oh, cool, very cool. But I think so is the new bands is it's no it's maybe not new stuffs for music for metal. It's the
Yeah.
same, not a new way of play metal or something. Is
Yeah.
the more of same.
There's not a ton of boundaries to push anymore,
Yeah,
you know. Personally, I was born in the late 90s and I prefer the 80s era
yeah,
of metal,
it's,
and the 90s death metal was
yeah.
insane, like just amazing.
In the beginning
Um,
of 90s is the best bands is for me of death metal bands is the beginning of 90s. I love Pestilence.
yes.
And
Yeah.
this band is very cool.
They're
But
re-recording their debut
yeah,
too.
yeah. But I have a good bands, but I don't remember our names now. In Brazil, have a bands like a Crypta,
Yeah.
uh,
I've
mm,
seen them live. They're good.
yeah,
They've been on the
and
podcast too.
and I don't
There's
now.
a band called Acid Storm.
Acid Stones, it's
Um,
a old band.
yeah, I've
It's
had them
a
on the
old band.
podcast.
Yeah,
Thrash. I really enjoy them.
yeah.
Um, do you
Acid
have a
Stones
favorite death metal album?
for me
Yeah.
the best death metal album. Mm, no, it's very
It's a
hard
tough question. Toughest
question.
question I'll ask.
Maybe spiritual healing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's so hard to choose one, man.
Yeah, it's so hard. I
So
love
hard.
the Out of Madness and spiritual healing and necroticism of carcass. It's for me. It's the top and the pestilence, the album with guy with insect.
Yeah, yeah, the ants or whatever.
Yeah, in the end.
Yeah, I love like the later era of death because I love technical death metal.
Yeah,
Um, kind of modern band I like that kind of does it. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Revocation. Revocation, I definitely recommend you check them out. They're so
yeah.
good, man. They're like
The the
super tech
the
death.
yeah the human of death, human, the
Yeah.
album is I think so. Listen 3,000 times. I love this album. It's one before human and after human for me.
Yeah, yeah.
In,
Sound of
in,
Perseverance
in
is
the in
after
the
me.
drum of human is sensational.
Amazing.
I love.
I'll listen to it
Mm.
today. I'm in the mood for death metal right now. So I do want to touch on the band's history a little more. So correct me if I'm wrong. There was a hiatus between 1997 to 2003. Is that correct?
Mhm.
And what caused this hiatus?
The band is not. I'm out of Sextrash in 1994 because I returned to Rio de Janeiro and the college and other things. But the band is it's not continuous about after this. And officially in 1997, Oswald died
Yeah.
in crash accident. And after the band it's over. But in 2003, returned to Belo Horizonte and meet a Kruger and go sex trash again. Yeah, and compose the Rape from Hell, record the Rape from Hell, and begin the shows again. Play with Creator 2 times in here, Tristania, Cannibal Corpse, and play with these guys in here and some festivals in Brazil. And the return there. The end is 1997 official then, and the return is 2003.
Yeah. So I think Rape from Hell is a great record. Now, when the band formed again, how soon were you talking about that album? Like, was it like right when you guys got back together? It's like, let's make another record, or was it a
Yeah,
lot of time? Yeah, just right away.
yeah, this
Did
way.
you have riffs you already had from, your time off, or was it all fresh riffs you guys wrote when you formed?
Yeah, both,
Kind of
both.
both.
Yeah,
Old and
yeah.
new.
Always, always, I think of riffs in home and record a riffs alone, riffs alone, and after I I catch the riffs and make one music. But the riffs all day, I think in riffs and but when return sex trash, the Doom the vocal play guitar too, and he's have a lot riffs too, and both work in these riffs and compose the musics and new riffs and old riffs. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how long, you were saying it took like 3 weeks to write, the sophomore album. How long did it take to put together all these riffs and like complete all the songs from Ray from Hell?
In the Hate from Hell in the second.
Yep, the third album.
Oh no, it's for more calm. The composer is more calm. Uh, some month, maybe six
Like a month,
months. Yeah,
6 months. Okay.
no, because it's all guys working others professions and don't have a lot time and one time a week uh, meet the guys in studio and make a songs, a riffs, and it's more calm. It's a process. It's different process because the life of the guys is different. In the Funeral Serenade, living just for this, it's a teenager. It's more easy. It's all day playing, all day. In Hate from Hell, no, it's a family guy with sons and other works. And it's more. In Brazil, music is a hobby. It's not professional
Yeah.
because you don't have money for.
It's always seems to be like a lot of the bands I've talked to from Brazil, like it's always kind of a side gig.
Yeah,
It's never like a main focus thing. I find
yeah,
that really interesting. Now, so you said it took like 6 months to write, so it was the same label, right?
yeah.
So did they give you kind of a, more studio time and a bigger budget for this release, or kind of just the same?
No, it's the same thing of the Funeral Age, because Cogumelo pay all, all, all studios and covers and photos, and the same dynamic. Cogumelo is the father of Sextrash. Money.
Yeah, it's so interesting to see a band stick in. Are you guys still with them? Are you still like good with them? That
What?
label?
The
The
label? No more Cogumelo. No,
no more? Well, you
no
guys
more.
were with them for quite a long time. It's like
Yeah,
pretty crazy for a band to be,
yeah,
with a label. So, you did your time at least.
yeah.
So, the record came out. I assume you toured it, you did some shows with it. How do you feel that album stands out with the rest of the band's catalog?
Nah, I don't know, man.
Fair enough.
I think so. If the guys, I and the guys, uh, really really have more focus in the band, the 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 catalog is more, have more albums, and Cogumelo have a lot of albums, a lot bands, but it's not so easy work with Cogumelo in terms of merchandising and maintain the catalog and the sold of plays, the records. It's difficult to play. It's difficult, the relation of Cogumelo and the bands. I think so.
Yeah.
And the band, the Sex Trash is, I think so. It's not. It's need more focus in that time for play more, for recording more albums and more shows. Um, Music in Brazil, it's a hobby for us.
Yeah.
For me, in my dreams, no, music is it's my life, but I need money for pay my bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brazil it's difficult, but for me, Sex Trash have 20 albums.
In a
Riff
perfect
for
world.
riff for this I have for 20 albums.
I think Rape from Hell is a great record. I think it's a good mix of like Brazilian hardcore with like
Yeah,
90s death metal.
yeah.
I think each Sex Trash album like stands on their own 2 feet really well, and I think they're all very different but the same, if that makes sense. I
Yeah.
think they're great albums.
It's different, but the essence is the same, but
Yeah,
it's different. Yeah.
yeah. So I
Gerald Minelli participate of this mixing of this album. Gerald Minelli is the best player of Sarcófago.
yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. He's participate for of the mix of the Hate from Hell.
So how did that happen?
It's an idea of João of Cogumelo, and Gerald is our friend, our old friend, and is invited to participate to mix for ideas, but it's not a important thing. It's
Yeah.
just a
Just cool little fact,
yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. So I have to ask, it's been, I think, Rape from Hell came out in 2006. Are there any, is there any possibilities of a new album in the future? Oh yeah?
Yeah,
A fourth Sex Trash album?
yeah. I recorded the two musics for one split with Sodomizer
Oh,
for
nice.
European tour in the next year. Recorded two songs, in this month. I in Berlin. I returned to Berlin in the last week and recorded 2 musics for one split with Sodomizer. But have a contract to have a new contract with one Norwegian label for the new album. In the next year, recorded a new album, Sextrash album.
And this is going to be a full length.
Full length, yeah.
Amazing.
With 10 musics maybe.
Amazing. And this is going to be like maybe like a 40-minute release, single disc.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The split of Sodomizer have one new music and Black Church remake of a Black Church music of sexual cartoons.
So how'd that split come to be? I know the band's, no stranger to doing split LPs with other bands. What made you guys want to do this one?
It's a idea of Fabiano.
Okay.
Fabiano is the vocal of my other bands, Sodomizer and Satan Worship. And
awesome.
Fabiano is the guy of booking this tour, and he's make this the idea of split for this tour. It's one gift for fans in the next tour.
Awesome. Well, looks like a lot of good things in the future here. So you have everything written, some of it written for the new release, the new full length. Do you have an estimate when this will be released to the public? This full album?
Maybe before the beginning of tour.
Okay.
I think so. The next tour is June, July of the 2025.
Okay, so you have plenty of time.
The full legs is before this month, maybe May or April next year. It's a full length.
Very exciting, man.
Yeah.
And this is going to get
you know my other bands, Satan Worship.
Satan Worship, I know of. I'm not too familiar, unfortunately. The thing is, like, the Brazilian metal scene, I really am trying to get more into, because I have the American goggles on for a lot of these death and thrash bands.
Satan Worship is a mix of Brazilian music and German music.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I might have heard a song or two.
The old drummers of Satan Worship, it's a Mark of Destruction.
Oh yes, yeah. Okay, all right. Now it's starting to come together. Yeah, man, that's amazing.
Record a new album in 2022 in Sweden with Endla Rock. And La Rock produced the new album of Satan Worship. And La Rock of King Diamond.
Yes, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and it's a cool album.
Yeah, so Satan Worship. How long have you been involved with Satan Worship? When did that?
In 2021, I go to Europe for one tour with a sarcophagus. It's a sarcophagus project. It's a sarcophagus tribute. And I and in the idea it's one tribute of sarcophagus with members of sarcophagus.
Got it.
Gerald Minelli and Fabio Jasco, but it's impossible to go to Europe, and I go in the place of Fabio Jasco.
Got it.
And the band and the support band, it's a Satan Worship with Fabiano. Fabiano is a Brazilian guy, but he's living in Berlin. he and I, it's a friendship. It's born in this tour, and he's invited me to play with Sodomizer and in Satan Worship, the two bands of he. And in 2022, I'm go again to Berlin and go to Sweden for recorded the album. And
Amazing.
now Fabiano, it's the new singer of Sextrash.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so that's full circle there. Very interesting. How do you balance your day-to-day life with all these projects? Because that's quite a lot of,
No, it's not. It's not a problem for me. It's all death metal.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And the three bands, Sextrash and Sodomizer and Satan Worship, it's the same guys. In Sextrash, it's I and Fabiano and Kruger. And Sodomizer, I and Fabiano, and Satan Worship, I and Fabiano.
Yeah.
The same guys.
Yeah. So it's easy to communicate.
It's yeah. It's a lot of music for rehearsal, but it's not hard. It's easy.
For sure, man. Well, it was great learning about all this, and I'll definitely, Sodomizer, Satan Worship, it's bands I have heard of, but I haven't really like dived into them. And after this, I have quite a lot of homework, it seems, because it's something that's all up my alley and I cannot wait to get into it. Now, for people listening or watching, what's the best way for people to learn more about all your projects and get involved and stay updated with everything you have to offer with you and your music?
I don't know. What? Repeat the question, please.
Yeah. How can people learn more about, follow your bands, know about updates? Where do people go?
Yeah, basically Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram have a pages of all bands, Sextrash and Sodomizer, and the new stuffs and the photos and videos of shows, and the news, informations, basically Instagram. And in the Apple Music have albums, YouTube, Spotify, all stuff. It's in internet.
Yeah, yeah. Do you guys have a
in the next year play here in Detroit? No, in Chicago. In Chicago, you want festival in Chicago? Sextrash and Sodomizer play on festival in Chicago in next year.
I'll have to do the
Maybe
road
other
trip.
shows in US, maybe. But this festival in Chicago play. It's happy.
Well, let's keep in touch, man, because let's for sure, if I can make it out to one of these, maybe we can do this in person or something. That'd be great. And I'd love to see Sextrash live, and I'd love to see Sodomizer as well. And I'll be doing a deep dive today.
Go to Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I'll have to.
I sent for you the photo of show of this festival.
Yeah, and it's probably, I assume it's on your Instagram as well.
Yeah, in the Instagram have it too, and maybe play in other places in the US. It's too expensive pay for one gig. It's best for the producer make other gigs. Maybe have other gigs in the US in the next year.
Yeah, but right now it's more just festivals, right? Like just kind of, that's what a lot of bands are doing now. They're just doing festivals. They're not even touring the US because it's so expensive. Even I know Megadeth had to drop out of an Australian tour because the cost was just too much.
Yeah,
which a massive thrash band like that, and it's like, It's like, oh damn, I guess I'll never see, like, most of the bands I like, I guess. But happy coming to Chicago. You probably make a lot more fans there, and a lot of people discover you guys.
Yeah,
Definitely, Sextrash is a legendary band, and
yeah.
thank you so much for being on, man. Really appreciate you taking the
Thank
time. Even
you.
though I think I hit you up. It's been a year. Emails get buried. It happens.
No. Yeah, no, the emails and the contacts of Sextrash, it's a Kruger, but he's lost the password of this email, and they make off other email, and this is it's a mess. But
Yeah,
now,
well,
all stuff's in the hand of Fabian, and Fabian it's a more serial guys for
cool.
this.
Well, thank you so much for being here, man. It was a
Thank
ton
you,
of fun
thank you,
talking.
thank
And it was
you. It's
such
a
a
pleasure.
pleasure.
It's my pleasure.
My pleasure as well. I'm
And
Brandon
see
Battick.
you next year in Chicago.
I will see you in Chicago, man.
Yeah.
I'll have to hitchhike. My name is Brandon Battick, and this is Disturbing the Priest.